Totally agree. So, in my experience of even just getting the first initial call, like, can you help me find land? I've always wanted to do this. The first question really kind of goes into what is your budget? And a lot of people, if you're lucky enough to have the cash to go in and, really pick the piece of property that you want, or if you're trying to finance it, I would say the biggest kind of initial question is, what are we working with in terms of, being able to purchase this? So I usually start with a lender, and I try to direct them to kind of seeing what their financial literacy is with buying land, and really asking them, okay, so do you have cash set aside for all of these improvements that are needed, even just on the basis? And so it's a hard question, but it's a really great question to ask, because then they can really start financially planning for their dream. And so
Sure. And so just having those tools, and I love what you said about the lending, that is what drives most things in America for sure. And in the real estate market, a lot of first-time land buyers that may have already purchased 2 or 3 properties previously that were homes, there are no FHA loans when it comes to land. And so if you don't have an agent, like I know you have a lender that you work with that offers 0% down financing. Well, depending on what the down payment is, that's probably the first thing that you need to know, because if you go to just a typical lender and they want 30% down of a $300,000 lot, I mean, you're looking at a $100,000 down payment. It may be out of reach if you don't have an agent that has some lenders in their pocket that, and there are a few lenders out there that offer 5% down or 10%, not very many of them. And the only one that I know that you're working with on the 0% down.
Mhm.
So that makes those options, because a lot of times they want to purchase, somebody wants to make the purchase of the land, but they can't sell their home simultaneously. They still need to have somewhere to live. And so most of their equity could be tied up in their home. And so without those different lending options, they may not have the equity could be in their home, but they can't use it for a down payment. And so having some strategic lending options that allow, some people would probably be ready for their dream and in a piece of land and building that perfect home for themselves if they had the lending options. That's going to be the biggest cost item on a budget for purchasing.